right, let me get some water. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MichelleAna. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, you already know. Hey sis. Today's video is super low-key. Actually, I didn't really have much light today and I really didn't want to set up my studio lighting, so that means we're gonna work with what we have. I'm also sitting down on my floor and I'm getting ready to go to Bible study tonight. It's actually like the last Bible study before we all break for the summertime, and so I think Bible study is back in like August-ish. It works differently down here. They actually start school in August, I think. So it's the last night. So typically like for Bible study or anything during the week that I have to go out, I keep my face super minimal and super light, especially since it's summertime. It's just humidity, the heat. Even though today is kind of like a cloudy-ish day, I'm gonna keep it light. In today's video, I'm gonna be getting ready for that and also just talking about some things that are on my heart in regards to confidence in singleness and maybe even some of my plans for the summer, who knows. But we're gonna get right into this video. So as you guys saw, I put my favorite look. I'm actually due for a new one. Like I need to get a new one. It's like dunzo. I'm also testing out my autofocus on my camera, so if I get out of focus a few times, I'm trying to see how the actual autofocus works. And then part 2, I've already sprayed the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. It's really amazing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. I'm actually like running out of this. So as you guys know, sometimes with my get ready with me's, I just kind of just go for it. And I don't really have that much time. So, oh my gosh, guys, I can't wait to show you guys this. I worked with Sephora a few months ago and I've been loving this lip gloss. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like at the end. So I'm gonna start off with putting a little bit of the Superstay by Maybelline. It's supposed to be like a full coverage. I'm in the color 128 Warm Nude. So I'm just gonna put literally like 2 drops where I want the most coverage, which is typically always under my eyes. Wow, I put too much. And then I'm gonna take this Real Techniques brush and literally like blend it in there. Wow, so today I really wanted to talk about just confidence in singleness. Obviously with my unique experience of having been a wife at a very young age, from the age of 21 to 26. I was married for about 5 years. I just feel like I've learned so much the past 2 years and a half about myself and my identity as a single person that I really didn't, I guess, sort of tap into as a young wife. And so I kind of had to search and really dig deep into who I was after becoming, after being single again and not being married to somebody. And I think that I'm just gonna jump right into this. Like, I think that for me, I lost a lot of who I was in being in a relationship. And I think mainly it was because of me and how my priorities were lined up. It had nothing to do with anybody else. And I think that the more I learned about who I was and who God called me to be as an individual, I was able to really understand like my position as a wife. And I loved being a wife, to be quite honest. Like, one day I think I would do it again, be a wife, because I think it is a beautiful role. But I know now that it's not the like end all be all. Like, you don't become a wife and then you get this like award, but it's essentially even going into marriage knowing who you are, and really, and even in marriage you still kind of like your perspective really does change. You really get to kind of know yourself in a different degree. But I think being single again, which is the whole point about this video, I think that being single again has really taught me about wholeness and being confident in that for so long. And I think it's really having to do with healing. Y'all, do you guys see how nice like this buffs in so nicely? That's why I really like this this foundation. Oh, by the way, if my ear looks a little red, it's because I haven't put an earring in this second hole in a long time and it's looking a little funny, but I wanted to put a little dainty earring on there. So anyway, yeah, so it looks super nice and buff. Like I don't even think, I'm not even really gonna put concealer on because I want this to be super light. But what I am gonna do is put a little bit of powder, just a little bit, just so that it's not slipping and sliding everywhere. Now I'm just gonna take this Real Techniques setting brush with my Laura Mercier setting powder and just putting just a little bit. Actually, that's a lot. I lied. This is just so that it's not like sliding around everywhere. I do feel like I am now kind of walking into this new position as a young single woman. I know a lot of people like, I mean, I don't think a lot of people ask, but I do think that there's this curiosity of like, sis, are you dating? Like, what's up? And the truth of the matter is that I'm having so much fun getting to know who I am. You guys have to like understand that like most of my adulthood was spent, you know, I was married, you know, and not to knock people who get married young, like that's definitely, I would do it all over again, honestly. But I think that most of my 20s I was married. A lot of where we were positioned or where we were placed was determined by his job and stuff like that. Thankfully, we only stayed in one state. He was in the military, and so we weren't like necessarily like all over the place. But it was really hard for me to anchor myself into different things, which is why I ended up being, you know, a blogger, a YouTuber, and it just worked out so perfectly. So God is like so good with that. But yeah, I think that I'm having so much fun getting to know me, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna be right there with me talking about some yes sis, like get to know you. And so that's why I love, where's that little eyebrow brush? Okay, I can't find my eyebrow brush. So I'm using the NYX little, I don't even think they sell this anymore, eyebrow cake powder. It looks like this. So yeah, I've been really just seeking confidence and wholeness in this season so that if I do decide to get in a relationship or anything like that, I'm already contributing from a place of wholeness and a healed place, even though we're not perfect. I think that's really important to me, you know, for me to attract a healed heart. And we do attract where we are positioned and where our hearts are leaning towards. So if we're out here still brokenhearted and sad, yet we're dating people, oftentimes we're like, why do I keep attracting the same guy? Y'all know it's hard to talk when you're doing your brows, and I have all this makeup in my nails. What is that? Y'all need to do my nails. But yeah, like I was saying, with attracting a healed heart, not a perfect person, but someone who's at least on the way, someone who is trying to do better in life. And I really believe in that. But honestly, y'all, like right now, like God has given me so much confidence to walk out who I am, especially now. I just turned 29 and I literally it was a little bit of a, like I said on my last video, in one of my last videos, like I really did have a hard time transitioning the last few months. Especially like I don't really know where God physically wants me, and so I'm just doing the last thing he told me to do. And from that point on, I'm kind of like, you do you, God, like we doing this together, but I'm just gonna go ahead and follow your voice. I always lose my train of thought when I am doing my brows, but I do think it's really important to, especially if you're single, for one, seek wholeness and be confident in yourself. I just saw, or I should say, I love seeing when single women really just own their identity of who they are just by themselves, like individually, because I know what it feels like to lose your identity. I know what it feels like to be lost in the sort of, I don't know if fantasy is the right word, but let's just use that word for now, in the fantasy of being young and in love and all of that. And I think when you grow up and when you realize that marriage is definitely past the wedding day, and you gotta like actually live it out and even when it's not convenient, you're under covenant, it's like, oh, this is real different. This is real different. But I so think that it's important to take yourself off, like out on dates, which is why I'm so excited about this summer, because I want to take a few like road trips and really just enjoy myself. I don't know what God has stored or in store for 2019 for the rest of the year, because y'all, we're in June. To be exact, we're like literally in the 6th month of the year, and I do feel like God is turning a lot of things around, which is really exciting. He always gets the glory, but at the same time, when you feel a shift, it's just something's going on, like something is different. So y'all, I'm gonna put a little bit of the e.l.f. Contour palette on me just to add some dimension, and it's in the color Deep, and I typically use like these two colors just to add some color. For it not to be the brightest time of the day, this is actually okay lighting. All right, I'm going to spray this again before I put my mascara on, because I love this setting spray. It's amazing. It's by Morphe and it's called the Continuous Setting Spray. It is bomb. It is worth however much it costs, because it's not even that expensive compared to like Urban Decay or whatever. But this stuff is bomb. Actually, no, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Chill, but I ran out of my Morphe. I was going to spray this again, but let's just save that. I'm going to spray this so that when I apply my highlighter, it's like super bright. I hope you guys enjoy videos like this, because it kind of just feels like you guys are sitting with me and chatting it up. But I do want to ask you guys, specifically those who are single right now, what are some things that you enjoy that make you feel confident in your singleness? Whether it's the act of doing something, or like taking yourself out to lunch or whatever, or the process of doing something, like really getting to know yourself and writing things down and stuff like that. Like I want to know, because this is uncharted territory for me, and I think that finally I kind of am embracing like the singleness again. Don't start sending me your brothers and your cousins and all this stuff, because listen, the saints be sliding in the DMs and I'm just like, bro, that ain't it. I'm just playing with y'all, but no, I'm kind of not. All right, let's put this mascara on. I get asked all the time, and I use this combo always, pretty much always, the L'Oreal Voluminous Base and the Maybelline Lash Sensational. You can get this at like Target or something like that. But let me hurry up because I gotta go soon. So basically I just OD like mad mascara. So I did a poll on Instagram, and you guys really did want me to bring back like the Single Again series. which that's one of the things that I wanted to ask you guys as well, other than the other question. Because y'all, like, walking this out in real time, I'm not talking to you like as if I'm already remarried and, you know, no, this is like real time. Like, I'm walking this with you as well and figuring it out as I go. And I think that's what makes this whole journey super unique, because I don't know what I'm doing. And thank you, God, for the wisdom that He has given me and the grace that He has given me as well, because I am not perfect. And please, if you have been praying for me, continue praying for me. We are done here. This is the look. You can put some setting spray again if you want. I'm going to actually put on the lip gloss that I mentioned in the beginning. And it's called Cream of the Crop Top. And it says number 2 on it. And it's such a beautiful top coat as well. I forgot to take this hair out. I definitely saw this hair right before filming and I forgot to take it out. Alright guys, this is the final look that I am that I've created. Super simple. As you guys saw, I really didn't use a lot of like actual base, unless if you don't really like foundation, then I would just typically do a little bit of concealer and call it a day and just like buff it out, just so that it doesn't look like, oh, she just has concealer on type of thing. But I really hope that you guys enjoy the topic of today's Get Ready With Me. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, just give it a thumbs up. Y'all already know. And if you're not subscribed yet, I hope that you decide to subscribe. And if you do, make sure that you press the bell so that you get notified every time that I post and you'll be like the first ones to watch the video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.